Hi, this is Carolyn, and I may keep this video or I may delete it, like all of the other ones. Anyway, I guess this is Saturday, the 1st of March, and it is cold again. I know, it's only March. What did we expect, right? Well, I had a friend that I was going to go walking with today. I'm trying to see what somebody just texted. Anyway, I had a friend I was going to go walking with. Then he said his family had pneumonia, and, well, best that they leave it over there. Jim's immunity is not all that it should be. Well, I don't think it is, and he thinks it's because he took the vax. Here is a question for people who know legalities a little better than myself, which is what, 90% of you that have a pulse. Anyway, he was hospitalized during the time of COVID, and he was not given the choice if he wanted to take the vax the first time. He caught COVID despite taking the vax, by the way. The entire time he was there, like a year and maybe 3 months, he was heavily medicated. The second vax, they contacted me to ask if they had approval to give him the COVID shot, and I did not have an answer for them because I said, no, that is entirely up to him. I kind of knew that if he was in his right mind, he would say no, but I wanted to be sure that they had to go through the steps and ask him, always. Well, he said that he was never asked. He doesn't remember being asked, and even if he was so out of it, he didn't know what he said or didn't say. So he had 2 vaccines during the time that he was hospitalized, and he caught COVID one time, was getting very close to being put on a ventilator even after having the first vax, but they did not take it that far, and then they didn't even call and tell me that they had opted to not put him on a ventilator. That was awful, 2021, that whole year. But now, to reel it back into the subject matter, because he was not asked and given the COVID shots, not formally asked, you can't consent to anything if you've taken a whole handful of opioids, right? Well, that was the kind of pain he was in at the time and the kind of state of mind they kept him in. He was so delusional, he wandered out of one facility and fell down an embankment and was there for several hours. But now, his problem is continuous. If anyone comes in or he catches a cold, or I have the window cracked or anything, or he drinks too many milk drinks, he gets this continuous cough that he can't seem to get rid of. Now, we hadn't had any luck with legalities before. I don't know why I think we would have any now. I don't really. But if anyone knows something about that, I don't even know. I almost don't even want to pursue it. I kind of feel like we're lucky that he got out of there and is back home with minimal amount of problems. Oh, another one though, he was diagnosed as having diabetes and needing insulin, and now they've decided that he's not diabetic anymore. Okay. All kinds of unanswered questions, and then you wonder why I don't trust the medical field. Okay. Well, I had tried to do this video before and have all kinds of things in mind, but there's sometimes I think I do better living in a bubble in my own world surrounding me, and the best that I could do with this YouTube circle is to try to find somebody else to do a reaction video with. I'm going to have to get a whole new computer, because if you haven't heard from a video that you happened to see before that was mine, when we moved in here in 2019, somebody had gotten into the Wi-Fi or something, and they managed to turn on a camera. It has pretty much always been me in this room. My husband sleeps out on the couch. He needs the harder surface. But I saw the camera on. I mean, it wasn't my imagination. The light was on. So I did something to totally tear the computer up and disarm the camera. I still now, to this very day, have tape over the camera area. I mean, you're just not the same after that. Exactly. But I would get a different computer, a nicer one, and maybe find a person to do reaction videos with, or discuss a topic with. I don't care if we're exactly on the same page or not. I mean, obviously you've heard I'm pretty Republican these days, but my thought always kind of is, we are like cat toys to these billionaires, and they sort of bat us around, and I don't know if you're just normal people living day to day trying to survive and buy groceries are really that big a part of the picture. Even if you vote opposite of me and you're in the D party, I know you're doing the best that you can do with the information that is in front of you, which is pretty much the same as what I'm doing. But wow, that Zelensky, J.D. Vance, and Trump scenario yesterday, I guess that needed to be aired to the general public, because we needed to know 100% what was going on, because otherwise we would fill in the blank, much like we're doing with these Epstein files, right? You don't want us filling in the blanks, but we did have to fill in a little bit. I guess Zelensky came in hard, needing more money, but didn't. I mean, I saw a clip of Biden saying that he was going to, as he was leaving, his final departure gift to Ukraine was a bigger than ever several $billion check to sustain them for a while. But I guess Trump has now been in the office for a little while, and they've gone through that money. And what do you think? It's $350 billion. What do you think about Zelensky not knowing where the money went? $350 billion. He doesn't know where the money went. You know, there's that rumor about the Biden family laundering. I'm just saying. I hope they dig into that one deeper. But $350 billion would solve some pretty substantial problems within the United States, would it not? I'm just saying. But I guess he came in very bold and aggressive, and so they decided to turn the cameras on because they thought, look, we better air this, because he is going to put it in his own slant and probably not paint us as very nice people. But he was saying that Europe was contributing more and giving him more money. Well, dude, this is no contest. You need us, not the other way around, you know? Should you be coming in that way? I guess at one time he was a comedian and also did some drugs. I don't know if that matters. I'm sure that was long ago and far away, but he came in all in black, like, what was that, a warrior ninja thing? I know, I wear all black all the time, but I don't even intimidate my cats. Hey, there's one back here sleeping on the bed. Her name is Bella. She's way off there in the corner. I don't know if you can see her or not, but I don't know. It was very strange, and probably that'll go down in history as one of the stranger moments that our country has come up against. But there are many times that I honestly feel we're just in the background as everyday people, regardless if we're D's or R's. We're just along for whatever. But I did think that Donald Trump handled that very well, and every once in a while he seems to be pretty Tourette, so he did well. So apparently it was a nasty confrontation, and I understand Zelensky is desperate. Desperate times, desperate means. But it is a dictatorship. And I don't want to say they're not like us, and that's why we shouldn't help them, because of course we should help our allies. But Ukraine's not even part of NATO, is it? No? Guess we don't, we're really not obligated to help them. And shouldn't he be wrapping it up and resolving it come a point? Shouldn't he be trying to, I guess there's no dealing with Vladimir, but, and if Vladimir gets Ukraine, then he's going to go off and try to attempt to get Poland. I don't know. I don't know enough to have even an educated opinion, which is why sometimes I feel like just crawling in this off-the-grid mentality, and can't really live off the grid right now, but just going into my own world and thinking, I'd probably be better off being one of those content creators that just comes up with those little fart things and goes around the store looking for reaction videos. Hey, I love those. I honestly do. That is probably the only time I laugh all week is when I get some of those going. I like Jack Vale a lot. He was the originator of that. And I think it's great content. We don't laugh nearly enough. I guess if there's World War III, there's lesser things to laugh about. But again, let me go back to, if I could find somebody to be a content creator with, then we could collab and combine our efforts. And if not, I would still love to have a person to go walking with, go to the thrift stores or estate sales or something like that. I can get out a little bit every day. It's not easy because of my husband's condition, and he can't really do any of that stuff anymore. But he still gets online. He's online all the time. So anyway, I guess I better wrap it up for today. But thank you. And if you're in Independence, drop me a line.